So this is another question and answer for you guys. So I got recently asked, how important is sleep when it comes to fitness? But in my opinion, it's just not just about fitness. It's about daily living. You know, everybody in their daily life, everybody, even if you don't exercise, which everybody should be, but if you don't exercise too, it is extremely important. I feel like it's at the top of the chain when it comes to things that are necessary for the human body. You know, it's not just because of, oh, you know, you lift a lot, so you gotta rest. Of course, that's obvious. You gotta rest in order to develop muscle, in order to develop more endurance and energy during the next day. You need your brain to relax for the day. Your brain was running constantly. You were thinking of things. Your mind can just only hold so much, and you just gotta let it rest at the end of the night. You know, you gotta let it sleep. You gotta be on, you know, airplane mode is what I call it. You know, you gotta be sleeping. You gotta relax, and it's like a 8-hour meditation, in my opinion. It's an 8-hour stress-free relaxation recovery period where your body just needs, and because of that, it's just so important. It's right up there with all the necessary things in life that a body needs. Sleep is so important, and I can't stress that enough for anybody, especially my clients. Sleep is extremely important. Get at least 8 hours. 8 hours works for me, but I'm telling you right now, it's just science. 8 hours will work for anybody. You need 8 hours of sleep. It's perfect. You know, obviously you can go 8.5. I feel like once you go into the 9, 10, 11, you're just like oversleeping at that point. You know, you're gonna start getting migraines the next day, and it's just too much for your body. You're overdoing it. You know, that's too much sleep. It's not healthy. And then undersleep is extremely unhealthy too. I mean, when you sleep, you are recovering. You know, everything is recovering, and the fact that, you know, you gotta have everything rest and feel good for the next day. It's almost like you're starting from scratch. It's almost like when a baby's born. You just feel so good. You feel alive. You feel like, oh my gosh, I'm new to the world. You know, everything's, you know, oh, this is awesome. I'm moving. Everything's great. You know, that's just how that's how it feels when you have a great night's sleep. You know, and then when you wake up, you feel good, and then next thing you know, your body's moving. You feel great, and you have endurance and energy for the whole day. And then your brain can work. You can start thinking more. You're not going to be having, you know, periods of, oh, I don't feel good. Oh, I'm so tired. I'm exhausted. You just can't get things done if you don't have the proper sleep and nutrition. I had to throw nutrition in there. I know we're just talking about sleep here, but nutrition's key role too. But sleeping is so important, and rest is just, everybody needs sleep, you know? The guys that go 2, 3, 4 hours of sleep, you can act like you're fine, but you're not fine. It's just so unhealthy for the body, and it's just gonna hurt you in the long run. You know, it's gonna hurt you in the long run. And right now, you act like it's okay, because what happens is the body can take a lot of damage. You know, the body can heal itself, take a lot of damage, and it can adapt. And because of the fact that it can adapt and it can do awesome, incredible things, miracles, really. It's crazy what the body can do, but because of that, it can still act like everything's okay, where in reality is, if you really want to reach your goals, you really want to reach your high levels of, you know, foundation, you want to hit a proper foundation, a proper, what's it called, probably like the greatest that you can achieve, which there is no, you know, the sky's the limit. You could just keep going. I mean, I feel like there is always room for improvement, and anybody can get better when it comes to success, of course. There's no top game, you know? So you can't be the greatest. You kind of keep going. It's just growth. I feel like there's always room for improvement. There's always room to keep growing. But when it comes to sleep, you know, the goal, the end of the goal in life is to you know, kick ass every day. Is to take advantage of the day and do your best you can, and do great at whatever you do in life, you know, and just do as good as you can until that night, and then you sleep again, and then you get up and you do it all over again. So proper sleep is very, very important, and that's just my answer. I know I'm repeating myself, but I mean, it's just that simple. You need sleep. So if you're not sleeping enough, and you gotta start resting more. You just gotta start sleep more. And if you're oversleeping, that could be a lot of causing. That could be a lot of just too much bad food, a lot of junk food. That could be because, you know, some people just don't set their alarms. I mean, I feel like some people can oversleep. Like I could probably sleep 10 or 11 hours. I'm not kidding. But I set an alarm for at least 8 hours to 8 hours and like maybe 15 minutes, maybe 8.5. But that's it though. Don't go overboard. You don't want to go overboard. You just want enough sleep where you can, you know, destroy the next day, and that's it. So that's my answer, and I hope that helped. And I just feel like everybody needs it. So do what you got to do, and let's stay active and get kinetic.